Hello everyone, welcome back to another Ember Sickles video. Today we will be continuing the Minecraft Dungeons Secret Levels series. We'll be going to find the triple question mark level today, and looking at all the runes that appear in the game. Now, first of all, before you start this quest for the runes, you'll need to have beaten the Arch-Illager, or beaten the final boss at the end of the game. So make sure you've done that before you go and try and find all these runes. Now, once you do beat the final boss, and obviously mild spoilers here, for those of you who don't want to know, this switchboard appears, as I've talked about in one of my previous videos, that can lead you over here in this area. Now, if you keep going, oh, and I have talked about this nether portal here, if you want to check out my theories video, you should then be able to find a path across this way. Just going to want to keep going. And you'll come across this rune area. There will be a switch right here that allows you to bring the bridge down so you can travel faster to it next time. But you'll go into here. This is the first thing you'll need to do in your quest for the runes. And you're just going to keep traveling all the way across here. This is called the Rune Chapel, by the way. And of course, this gate will actually not be closed. You won't have any of the light here. None of those symbols will be appearing at the top. You should have a kind of button or a pedestal that gives you the option to place rune. Now, that will be something that we're going to use there, but you're going to want to head into that area before you start trying to find the runes, because I don't believe they will appear before you do that. Alright, now we are going to go ahead and start finding the runes in this video. We'll be finding the first 5, the ones in the first 5 levels today. The next part, we'll be finding the remaining ones, and also putting them into the chapel, seeing what happens, and then we'll be doing the triple question mark level in the third part. Alright, as always, any difficulty is good. I am actually going to play this in default, just so we can totally speed through it. You can use speedy artifacts like the Boots of Swiftness, again, Ghost Cloak if you have it, and in this case I'm going to be using the Light Feather, but you could also use the Deathcap Mushroom. Just going to go through. Most likely, a lot of the videos that I'm making for this part with the runes, I will be editing because you won't need to see me playing through the whole level. But anyways, you're going to want to head to where you find the caravan, and you need to free 6 villagers. And then I will show you what to do when we get there. Okay, it looks like we have gotten the objective of free the villagers. So we're just going to want to head over this way. You can ignore all of these guys if you're going at a low difficulty. You don't actually need to free any of the villagers, so don't bother with that. Now you can see if you've moved through, there is a gap in the fence here, and if you pull up the map, it's a large treed area. So if you head over to this area where you can kind of see this here, and also this rock formation, here we're just going to kill these guys to get them out of our way. If you go ahead and you can see there's a button here that you push, so go ahead and push that button, and the formation should open up and allow you to travel here. Now this is what all of the rune areas should look like when you go into them. So you'll go ahead here. None of this should be lit up already if you haven't found the runes yet. You're just going to want to push the button, and normally everything would light up, and there would be a rune here that you would be able to press A to pick up. Now you can just leave the level after that. It's not necessary to continue, and you'll just have the rune stored in there. Now you do have the option to go and put that rune into the Rune Chapel, but you don't need to, and so for the purposes of this we're not going to, because I already found them, and I can't anyway. Alright, our next level is going to be in Soggy Swamp. Going to go to default 1. For this level, you are going to want to beat the boss and go right near where you would be exiting the level. And I will show you how to find the rune once you're there. Okay, we have now reached the end of the swamp. We are right at the area where you can leave, but definitely don't do that yet. You're going to want to head right over here to this little ruins that's suspicious. You can see there's a button. Go ahead and press that right by the ruins, and this area opens up. So go ahead, travel there, and we have our usual spot heading into the runes. So we can go through here, press the button, as always it will activate. You can go up and collect the rune and exit the level. So now we have 2 out of the 9 runes we're going to be needed, making good progress. Our next one, I believe, is going to be found in pumpkin pastures. Of course, you can do these in any order. It doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to do it in the most orderly fashion I can, because I think that'll it's less confusing. Alright, in pumpkin pastures, we're going to want to go to the first kind of built-up village area that isn't completely burned out up that you find. I did mention in my Archhaven video that we're going to want to be going back to that area. So you can see, so if you check that video out, you will know what area I'm talking about. But it's just going to be up, kind of up on a hill. So I will see you then, and we can figure out what to do. Okay, everyone, so you should have an area similar to this where there's some stone steps you can go up here. If you need any other areas, it's probably before that area. You'll just have somewhat like this. Of course, there's the castle going there. So just go up those steps, like I am doing now, and you can see there's more of a village area. Keep heading right until you come across this kind of bridgeway. Now, if you'll see that the stone there looks kind of strange, that's because it's meant to be a thing. So behind these boxes that are positioned there, we have another button. We're going to press that, and this will come down, leading us to the 3rd rune area in the game. So we're going to, of course, go through here, press the button, and collect the rune, and go to the next level, which will be Cacti Canyon. Sorry, having a bit of trouble here. Okay, so in Cacti Canyon, we're going to want to get somewhat far in the level. I believe you are going to need to get past the point where the beacons happen. So if we go right here, again, you can do any difficulty. We're going to do default 1. Or default, I suppose default 2, because that's the minimum. So just minimum difficulty. You're going to need to get to the area where an ambush spawns in front of the blue key golem. So the blue key that you need to pick up in that sort of area with the blue and gold key. So right in front of that area, you can defeat the ambush, and I'll see you there. Okay, it looks like we have gotten to the section with the key golems and the necessary keys, so we're going to hop around here, right to this area where you need to beat the ambush. So we are going to go ahead and beat the ambush. You don't actually need to, but just because it'll be quick and simple, just make things easier, we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go, very easy. So, right here, if you'll see, there's a palm tree here in a stone formation. You can already kind of see it. There is actually a button here. So you're going to want to go ahead and press that button. Now you can see over here where the blue key golem is, the area actually opens up. I've fallen off, but you can see this is, again, our classic rune area. We're going to go ahead, press the button. Of course, you'll want to grab the rune, and we will hightail it out of here. Alright, the next one's going to be the last rune for today. But don't worry, part 2 for the runes will be coming. It's going to be in redstone mines. So we're going to go ahead and hop into there. Going to go default 1 or default 2. Oops, sorry. Alright, default 2. You're going to want to go where you have to rescue 6 villagers, if I am correct, in that sort of plateau area with a lot of redstone formations that you can kind of see here. So you're going to want to go ahead to that area, and I will see you there. Alright, as you can see, we are now at the section where you're going to need to free 6 villagers. Now, as with Creeper Woods, you don't actually need to defeat these guys. or free the villagers. I'm just going to defeat a couple of these to make things easier. Of course, I'm playing at default 1, so it's very simple. Alright, now I believe if you get to some sort of this area with the redstone foundations, but it is somewhere else. Should be, it's over here, yes. So if you'll see, if I pull up the map, it should be right next to where it's gated off until you free those villagers. So right with this villager, 3 redstone formations. If you go to the one right here, there's going to be a button hidden away. You're going to want to press that, and you can of course go to our foundation or another rune section, the usual. Press the button, grab the rune, and get out of there. Now, if you want to, again, as always, every time you get a rune, you can go up into the chapel and press place rune, or just press A, it'll say place rune, and all the runes you have will then be sort of placed there and light up as images there. Nothing will really happen until you get all 9. We'll be doing the rest of those next day. So yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.